A new multinational study has uncovered alarming links between elevated lipoprotein A, or Lp(a) levels and the risk of cardiovascular diseases such as heart attacks and ischemic strokes, not only in Europeans, where this link was already established, but also in East Asian populations. This discovery, published in Circulation by the China Kadoorie Biobank Collaborative Group, represents more than just a scientific milestone. It is a loud, ominous signal that a quiet, often ignored risk factor could be fueling a hidden epidemic across continents. Lipoprotein A is a genetically determined lipid particle in the blood. Unlike the more familiar LDL or bad cholesterol, Lp(a) is not typically measured during routine lipid panels, despite its potent role in atherosclerosis and thrombosis. Elevated levels contribute to the formation of plaque in arteries, inflammation, and ultimately to the narrowing or blockage of blood vessels, which can lead to heart attacks or ischemic strokes. And the real problem? There is no widely available treatment for lowering it, no consensus screening, and no public health messaging warning people about its dangers. Yet, as this study demonstrates, the threat is real, expanding, and alarmingly overlooked. What makes the new data particularly troubling is how it erases the previous comfort of assumed ethnic variation in risk. For years, some experts speculated that Lp(a) posed less danger to East Asian populations, perhaps due to genetic differences. But the findings from this large-scale genetic and observational analysis spanning tens of thousands of individuals from both China and the UK Biobank are unequivocal. When Lp(a) is elevated, the increased risk of myocardial infarction and large artery stroke is just as severe in East Asians as in Europeans. That shatters any illusions of natural protection by ethnicity and reveals a shared vulnerability that crosses genetic and geographic boundaries. Even worse, the effect of Lp(a) on heart attacks was found to be 3 times stronger than its effect on ischemic stroke overall. This implies that individuals with high Lp(a) are at a dramatically increased risk of having a heart attack, something that may occur silently and suddenly, often without prior warning. Heart attacks remain a leading cause of death globally, and Lp(a) is now clearly identified as one of the most potent risk factors. Yet, because most health systems don't screen for it, millions of people worldwide walk around with a ticking time bomb in their arteries, completely unaware. Adding another layer of concern, the study found that 33% of the variance in Lp(a) levels in Chinese individuals could be explained by 29 genetic variants. This means that for many people, their elevated Lp(a) is inherited, unchangeable through diet, exercise, or lifestyle interventions. In European populations, only 10% of Lp(a) variants could be explained by these same variants, highlighting that genetic testing must be tailored to specific ancestries. But again, most people are never tested in the first place. And while Lp(a) was not associated with intracerebral hemorrhage or small vessel ischemic stroke, that is cold comfort. Large artery strokes, the type Lp(a) does significantly raise the risk for, are among the most devastating. These strokes can cause massive disability, long-term cognitive decline, or death. With health systems already strained by aging populations and the rise of chronic diseases, a new wave of Lp(a)-related cardiovascular events could devastate not only individuals, but economies and healthcare infrastructure. What's perhaps most infuriating about this situation is how silent it remains. Despite its role as a major risk factor for deadly events, Lp(a) is barely mentioned in mainstream medical checkups. No routine tests. No national screening programs. No drug therapies widely available or approved to treat it. Pharmaceutical research into Lp(a) treatments has been slow, with the first potential drugs still in clinical trials. This creates a dangerous gap where knowledge of a threat vastly outpaces the tools we have to mitigate it. The only viable intervention today is awareness, and even that is dangerously low. Most physicians still do not routinely test for Lp(a), often due to the perception that there is nothing to be done. But this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Without testing, there is no pressure for drug development, no political urgency, and no public demand for answers. People with family histories of premature heart disease or stroke should be screaming for Lp(a) testing, yet few even know it exists. This study should serve as a wake-up call, not a footnote. heart disease, and stroke remain the top killers worldwide. If a major, largely undetected genetic factor is silently multiplying that risk across diverse populations, then failing to act is both negligent and inhumane. Health authorities must prioritize Lp(a) screening, especially in those with family histories of early cardiovascular events, and support accelerated drug development to treat elevated levels. In the absence of that, we are left in a perilous position, millions at risk, medicine unable to intervene, and science uncovering more danger, while public health systems remain largely silent. Lp(a) is not a theoretical concern. It is an urgent and growing threat. The window for complacency has closed. What comes next, widespread testing, new treatment breakthroughs, or a preventable surge in heart attacks and strokes, depends entirely on how fast we choose to act.